welcome to the videos, welcome to Belgium. Welcome to France. We're actually staying in Roubaix. There's a pretty famous one-day classic that finishes in this town. We're staying just across the border from Belgium. We're here now for a few days with Jake to do some racing over here, do some of the Kermesse racing. This is my first time riding a bike in Belgium or in France. It's absolutely boiling. I'm just currently waiting for Jake to get ready, and then we're going to head up for a quick spin.
Everybody's talking, everybody's talking.
So this morning I plotted a quick route on my Wahoo, heading just out of Roubaix towards the Belgian border. We just crossed the border about 5 minutes ago, and I think I picked a pretty good route.
Don't listen to the crowd, listen to the sound.
Back over the French border now, coming back into Roubaix. So the reason I was staying this side of the border is because we only booked this trip real last minute, and the only cheapish accommodation was over in France. So I mean, it's not far. We're like literally 3 kilometers from the Belgian border. Alright, short ride there this morning just to get a little bit accustomed to the area or whatever, but this is our living situation for whilst we're staying here in Roubaix. Pretty standard studio apartment. The only downside is though, we haven't got air conditioning and it's like 32 degrees currently, but it's not so much of a big deal. So those shots that you saw this morning, they were with my brand new camera, the Sony RX100 Mark VI. This thing was released like 3 days ago and I managed to get one of the first ones released, so yeah, it's essentially just a smaller version of this big camera that I'm holding right now. Shoots 4K, super slow-mo, and fits nicely in my pocket. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this purchase.
We're going racing, boy.
This is very cozy. So there was a crash on the motorway, it ended up taking about 2 hours to get here. Just arrived and signed on. Now this is like my first time obviously racing in Belgium, like this is all completely new to me. Just been signed on. I needed to race over abroad. On a British cycling license, you need like a letter of approval from your national governing body. Gave him my letter, paid my €12, got my number, and yeah, from what I can gather, like I mean, it's about an hour before the race now, and just the atmosphere is so relaxed. I mean, there's a field of way over 100 riders tonight, and probably less than 20 people here, yeah, and it's 1 hour to the race. In the UK right now, everyone will be on the turbo trainer warming up. Not here though. Alright, so this is the finish here, about 50 meters up the road. It's like a 1 kilometer uphill drag finish, and I'm guessing that's going to be our lead car. Real nasty finish, but hopefully it'll wear down a few legs before we get there. What do you reckon then, mate? We up for it? He's ready. How are the legs?
Good.
Yeah?
Fresh.
What do you reckon about the heat?
Love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too bad.
Sunny and Cornwall.
Today was just a big fat get around. Back at the apartment, that's Kermesse number 1 done and dusted. Yeah, it didn't really go our way tonight. I think today, for me personally, was more about like getting accustomed to this sort of Belgian style of racing. Completely different to the UK. I mean, today there was groups of 20 going up the road. I was thinking that was it, nailed on sort of moves. They were not going to come back, and because the pace is just so high and because everyone is there to race, like moves like that come back, and it's pretty bizarre. Pretty much just got around in what was the bunch. I mean, there was a few splits in front of us, but like the fact that I wasn't in them wasn't because wasn't from a lack of sort of strength. It's more just a case of switching off. Like there's one particular time I went off in a move. That move came back. I just sort of sat up, rolled towards the back of the bunch, got back in line, and within 30 seconds the group had just literally split in half, and then our group decided not to chase, and that pretty much was the race split in half, and the front split just went and we never saw them again. So a couple of things that I've learned is like no matter how big the breakaway, it can always come back, and also positioning is so important in these races. I mean, it's just flat stick, crosswinds, technical riding, like sort of through towns and stuff and out onto the open fields. But yeah, it's mega racing. Absolutely loved it tonight. There's no racing on tomorrow, but our next race is going to be on Saturday. I'm also going to try and remember to charge my GoPro for the next one. See you tomorrow.